Hello and welcome to Is This Your Card? Today we're looking at Swipe. Swipe is a 4-mana spell that does 4 damage to the primary target and 1 damage to all other characters, including the hero. Swipe is the single best card in the Druid's arsenal to accelerate with spell damage. Why, you might ask? Well, let's look at the facts. For 4 mana, the Druid can do 4 damage to a single target and 1 damage to everything else. If you combine that with just 1 spell damage, suddenly for 4 mana, you've effectively combined the effects of a Fireball and a buffed Arcane Explosion. For example, if you play a Jungle Moonkin, suddenly that's 7/3. This card accelerates so incredibly well because, at the highest possible level, it can be a combination of a Flame Strike and a Flame Lance to the face with just +3 spell power, +4 spell power actually. But even without that spell power buff, Swipe is great, because you can get rid of a more powerful minion that you couldn't necessarily remove because it's a little bit too hard, and simultaneously wipe the enemy's board of those really annoying tokens. For example, using Swipe on a Paladin just before he's buffed his tokens to have more health is really good. Especially if they have the Warhorse Trainer. If they have perhaps one Warhorse Trainer and the rest of their board is Silverhand Recruits, you can kill their entire board and do 1 damage to their hero for 4 mana. It's amazing value. There are very few situations in which Swipe is bad. Even a swipe to the face with nothing really else on the board is still kind of good because it's 4 mana for 4 damage. It's not as good as a Fireball, no, but then no spell damage card is as good as a Fireball for that cost. Even Pyroblast isn't that good because it's directly 10 to 10. Fireball is just much better than everything else. That's why it's a bit unfair to compare any direct spell damage card to Fireball. Swipe is both AoE and high single target damage, and it stacks so well with spell power you wouldn't believe it. If you're trying to run a spell power druid and you're not carrying Swipe, rethink your entire plan. This card will win games all by itself. It has insane board clear potential and massive single damage potential. It's not amazingly good at either one at its base. When buffed just a little bit, suddenly it has amazing value. Who doesn't want to do 10 damage to the face and simultaneously do 7 damage to your opponent's entire board? Well, I'll tell you one thing, I certainly do.